hope you understand, I hope you realize you're sitting in a really special room right now that he's helped build. So thank you to you and your team for getting up early today, sure, but for putting in the months and months of work it took for all of us to be here together today. Thank you to Dean Jello for the words and for hosting this. He hit on some key topics that I'll revisit in a second, but he's absolutely right about everything he said about the industry. Representative Arevalo, thank you so much for your service to Texas. Thanks for your service to your constituency in San Antonio. You have an amazing advocate at the State House, and amazing advocate in the nonprofit world too. So get to know she and her staff. She's an amazing person. Thank you so much. The Texas Music Office. Look, I won't bore you with the long-term history of the office. I encourage you to go visit the site, texasmusicoffice.com. Take a look at what we do. We are here for you. We exist to help you. I'm not going to make you do anything cheesy like stand up and give yourself a round of applause, but you deserve to do that. Dean Jello said something funny, and it's something we say all the time in the music industry when we get together early in the morning. Yeah, you know, musicians, early morning stuff, we get that. It's a tried and true thing we like to say, but you guys are the committed few who get up and go to work, and this is what you're doing today. When you come here and you network and you meet people who can help accelerate your career, you're going to work. And you guys are going to be the ones that carry the music industry forward. You're going to carry yourselves forward by doing things like that. So I'm not going to make you get up and give yourselves a round of applause, but you're the committed few who are figuring out how you're going to take your place in the music industry and drive it forward. The music industry in the state of Texas is a massive industry. Culturally, it's undeniable. We hear stories around the world about how Texas has touched hearts and minds and created an identity for us that we could not be more proud of. All of that is true, but the industry itself is vitally important. It puts hundreds of thousands of people to work every year. It creates billions of dollars. It creates almost $323 million to the tax base of the state of Texas. These are important facts to know, but they're compelling reasons why we have an office like we do, the Texas Music Office. You will not find an office like this in any other state in the country that has our mission, our purpose, our resources that you need to take advantage of to move your careers forward. We are here for you, and we are here for those reasons. Because what you do is vitally important to our state's economy. It's vitally important to our state's footprint around the world. We should be very, very proud of that, and we should work really hard to contribute to it. I come from a playing background, just so you know that I'm not a stuffed shirt bureaucrat that somebody thought would fit a chair well in an office at the state capitol. I grew up playing violin from 3 or 4. I played my entire adult life touring 200 dates a year, stuck in tour buses and playing in front of amazing crowds. I made my living doing that. I made my living building companies that help artists make millions of dollars marketing themselves and selling their merchandise online, creating better brand opportunities before I came into this job. I understand, and Dean Jello said this too, very, very rightly, I understand that this is a tough business. But it's a business that favors the folks who get up and come to rooms like this every morning. It favors folks who are not afraid to shake a stranger's hand and tell them what they do and ask what the other person does. Representative Arevalo said it very, very correctly as well. You're nothing without your network. You're nothing without the people whom you meet, whom you take the time to meet and understand. And you've got to make an effort to do that every day in this job. It's not enough to be the best. The best with best friends is where it all happens. That's what you need to keep in mind. Utilize this time. You're absolutely right. Utilize this time to make those relationships. The next part of that is you have got to lift your community up. You've got to understand that all of you guys are in this together. This music industry does not exist person to person to person. All of these are interlocking pieces. If you're an event programmer, if you're a retailer, if you're a producer, if you're a player, if you're a writer, none of these things exist without the other. It all starts with the song, they say, but after that, it all locks together. And if you are not making conscious decisions to support each other and to understand each other, we're not going to be as good as we can be. And that leads me to the exciting announcement we made a couple months ago about the music-friendly cities, or communities designation that San Antonio received, and rightly so. An awful lot of people spent a lot of time to achieve that certification, and we were proud to present it to them, to Crystal and the mayor. Awful lot of work went into that, but it's to take the city of San Antonio to a starting line. And the hard work begins now. And you folks who are interested in becoming members of the music community, the music industry here, should reach out to them very soon and understand what they do and understand what they're trying to do for you. We need to make Texas a more interconnected group of supportive music industry communities. We want to make sure that cities are talking to one another about best practices that will suit the needs of the industry community so they can continue to flourish. This is of vital importance. No city's going to figure it out on their own. They're going to do their very best to listen to the needs of the industry community and respond to them. But then we need to learn from each other about successes and failures so we can do it better. And the Texas Music Office is working very, very hard to pull that network together. But you are the people who make that network possible. So figure out what that means. It's a great thing to hand the city a piece of paper and say, great work, but it only signifies that the process is beginning, and it's only going to be as good as the people that contribute to it. So take a minute, figure out what that means, and get involved in it. You are the people who need to be involved in it to make it better. I'll reiterate that the Texas Music Office is absolutely here for you. We exist to help you. Take some time, visit us, talk to us. The entire office is here. We're a huge office of 3 people, but we do a lot of great work. I know, it's a big state. We try our best.